St. John's School, you all know it. It is that very little campus doing very, very big things in Upper Tumon, and they have a really good opportunity coming up because on September 18th, they are going to hold their annual college fair, and an estimated 20 colleges will be represented there. Some pretty big names, too, so you want to make sure to check that out. Bob Kelly is the St. John's Director of College Guidance, and very happy to have you here, Bob. We haven't seen you in a while.
It's been a while. It's been a couple of years, yeah. But in those years, our college fair has actually gone quite a bit larger than it has been, which is nice. And one of the big things that I really must thank my colleagues in all the schools with is the turnout. The kids come, and every year we've had the college fair, the representatives have run out of materials, which is always a good sign.
Now to stress that point and to emphasize it and everything, this is a fair that's open to not just St. John's kids, but everybody.
Everybody on the island. I want everybody interested in college to come. If they're University of Guam students looking to transfer, come on out to find information about it. If you're a parent with a kid in 6th grade and you got some questions, come on out and find out.
Now, not to argue, I should say, with the very fine efforts of our friends over at UOG and GCC. But if you're a local kid and you were maybe born and raised here and you have a local education, I guess the obvious question is, like, why? Why would you want to go to a different school? And as a counselor in that space and everything like that, what would you respond to that?
Two things. The first thing is echoing your initial sentiments. Dr. Underwood has done marvelous things with the University of Guam, and it's a fantastic option. In fact, over the last 4 or 5 years, more and more St. John's students are staying at home and attending the University of Guam. That being said, in my estimation, a university education should be the very definition of broadening your boundaries. It should be a wonderful opportunity for you to see things that you've never seen before, listen to people that you've never heard of before, really an effort to challenge yourself. And one of the ways that you can do that is to get off of Guam and go out and see the rest of the world. I strongly encourage, and I hope that our best and the brightest go out there, get a wonderful education, and then come back.
Exactly, that's the key.
I wasn't raised on Guam, but I moved here and stayed. And the more and the more our best and brightest go out, we can bring all of these strengths from around the world. We have schools from Japan coming. We have schools in the United States educating people, and hopefully they come back and make the island that much more rich and that much more established for
to actually get kids ready for school.
Yes.
Okay.
And again, the University of Guam has done wonderful things. Heck, I've taken a bunch of classes up there myself, and I don't want to belittle the University of Guam. I think the most important thing I can do for these kids, and the college fair can serve this purpose, is to get them information. And maybe the University of Guam is the best place for you to go, and that's fantastic, and I want that to happen. But I also want you to know about the University of Laverne that exists out there, Waseda University in Japan, University of Rochester. These are places that are out there that might actually, for your purposes, suit you a little tiny bit better.
And I think having gone to public school and having been through the typical track when I was younger of when I was in school and they said, we're actually going to try and prepare you for college. So your assignment is to actually apply to at least 5 different schools. And of course, being way out here, back then before the internet existed and everybody knew everybody else's business through Facebook, the usual suspects, everyone's like, okay, well, I'll apply to West Point, USC, Texas, and Miami and everything. But there's literally hundreds and hundreds of other institutions which can specialize or maybe like general purpose and everything. And like you said, there's an international appeal too. So can you maybe iterate some of the schools that will be represented?
Sure. University of Rochester has a great music school as well as a generalized purpose education. Fairleigh Dickinson University, one of the people who helped me found this whole fair, they've got 3 campuses, one in London, and 2 in New Jersey. The one in metropolitan New York, they have an internship program with the United Nations. That's something that we can't really get going all that well out here. We've got the University of Laverne in suburban Los Angeles, Loyola Marymount University. I'm going from memory here, so I'm going to forget a couple along the way. From Japan, we've got Ritsumeikan University in Kyoto, also Doshisha University in Kyoto, as well as Waseda in Tokyo, and Temple University of Japan. Temple University is actually a university headquartered in Philadelphia, but they have a campus in Tokyo.
I was going to say, go Owls.
Yeah, go Owls. There you go. The majority of our schools are West Coast schools. Seattle University will be there, but we do have from everywhere. We have East Coast schools as well as a couple in the middle. We have an art school, Savannah College of Art and Design.
That is a very good school. I'm familiar with that one.
Yeah, and they do a real nice job of coming out, and they've accepted a couple of our kids as well.
Okay, well, real quick, Bob, 2 questions. What if a child comes up to you, a student, I should say, and they say, I have every intention of, I know exactly what I want to do. I either want to major in pre-med, I want to get into electrical engineering, I want to be in marketing, but then I'd also like to be among some Guamanians and everything. I don't want to go halfway across the world and be a complete needle in a haystack and everything. How would you respond to that based on who's participating?
Well, I'd respond a couple different ways, but the West Coast, the schools that are coming in the West Coast oftentimes do have fairly large contingents. And University of Hawaii gives us nice opportunities there as well. There's also the option for, sorry, I lost my thought. There's also the opportunities for joining with the Hawaii programs in some of the larger schools that would have a Hawaii club and not a Guam club.
That's true. A lot, like University of Washington, I know, has a thriving Pacific Islander organization out there.
Seattle University, one of our schools coming, has one as well.
Yep.
So all up and down the coast.
There's a lot of Guamanians who go to Seattle U. Great Jesuit school, too.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so it's going to be on the 18th, and can you give us the time and place?
Sure, 5:30 to 7:30 at St. John's, 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. at St. John's in our gymnasium, the Wednesday the 18th. Come on out and let's learn something new about a college you've never heard of.
Do students need to bring anything? Because they may think this is like some sort of recruiting trip or everything. So should they dress in a certain manner or bring anything?
No, I wouldn't worry about I wouldn't worry about dressing nicely or bringing your transcripts. You might want to bring a pad of paper and a pencil, something to write stuff down with.
Excellent. Or if you have an iPad, that might impress somebody. So.
Oh, true.
All right, Bob. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Good to talk to you as always.
And
all right, stay tuned. We're back right after this.